Welcome to another episode of our favorite new horror trailers, the best of what dropped last month. This month brings us a video game from a popular horror movie franchise and also a movie about strange things happening at a sleep clinic. As always, everything we cover is linked below. Now, on with the trailers. First up, we have Somnium. The synopsis that I found on IMDb reads as, at an experimental sleep clinic, Somnium, dreams are real. Side effects may include hallucinations, confusion, paranoia, sleep paralysis, detachment from reality, lost sense of self, and permanent nightmares. Somnium releases September 25th. The IMDb page for Somnium also lists this as a 2024 film, but as usual, it only has the 2024 date because it was shown at some kind of film festival in 2024, but it hasn't actually gotten any kind of release. It seems as though now Yellow Veil Pictures is finally getting this out for the masses. There is a lot of freaky stuff going on in this trailer. This trailer is only a minute long, but there's enough going on in this minute to really be like, what the heck is happening? There's a couple of quick shots of her standing in a hallway with a flashlight, and there's this monster-looking being in the hallway with her, and it's really creepy looking, and he's moving erratically. It just looks freaky. There's another shot of this particular creature in another part of the trailer, so I'm kind of curious how often we're going to see this creature or how big of a role this creature is going to have in the film. There's also a lot of shots of random people that don't have any facial features, which is also a very unsettling thing. Is she having a nightmare? Are they real? What is going on? There's a lot of text on the screen saying things like, this process might feel uncomfortable, but rest assured, lie back, relax, make your wildest dreams come true. Honestly, these are the kind of dreams you don't want to come true. But for fans of horror movies, this looks awesome. Going by the generic synopsis that I found on IMDb, the thing that really stands out to me, honestly, is the sleep paralysis. I don't know if you know anything about sleep paralysis, but that shit is scary. I have actually experienced sleep paralysis a couple of times in my life. I think it more so when I was younger. If you do experience it, or if you know anything about it, it is freaky. If they have anything like that in this movie, I just know it's going to be terrifying. For me personally, things that have to do with sleep and dreaming and having lucid dreams and things of that nature have always been really intriguing to me. So I'm curious to see where this movie goes and how freaky this movie gets. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think sleep and dreams and that sort of stuff is just weird and interesting? Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis? Let me know. Let's talk about it. But honestly, I think this movie looks really cool. It looks really freaky, and I cannot wait to check it out. So next we have Hellraiser Revival, a new video game based on the Hellraiser franchise. This trailer kind of came out of nowhere. I had no clue that they were making or even working on a Hellraiser video game. And then all of a sudden, one day, I just see in my YouTube subscription feed, Hellraiser Revival. And I'm like, what the heck is this? And not only is it a video game, but it's a single player video game. But we'll get into all that. The synopsis that I found on Saber Interactive's website goes as followed. Experience a new chapter in the legendary horror series like never before. Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival takes first-person action horror survival to the next level. Play the story of Aiden, who must use the power of the mysterious puzzle box, the Genesis configuration, to help his girlfriend Sunny's escape from the otherworldly hellscape of the labyrinth. Wield the powers of the box to survive your bargain with the infamous Pinhead and do battle with the horrific cult devoted to the Cenobites. So yes, this is a single player game. As far as I know, there hasn't been any kind of talks of a multiplayer component that also comes with the game. All I've heard so far is that this is strictly a single player story. And honestly, I am here for it. I love horror video games just as much as the next guy. I love that some of these huge horror IPs like Friday the 13th or Texas Chainsaw Massacre are getting video games. To be completely honest with you, I kind of wished that some of these, or even all of them, had at the very least a single player component that came with the multiplayer. I'm hoping that this game, Hellraiser Revival, changes that, and maybe some of these other IPs will come along and will be strictly single player. So the official title of the game is Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival. Clive Barker apparently was some kind of consultant of some kind and worked with Saber Interactive and Boss Team Games to make sure that this particular Hellraiser was true to the original films that he created based on the stories that he wrote. One thing that is of note is the voice of Pinhead is being reprised by the original Pinhead actor, Doug Bradley. And one of the things that I was kind of wondering when I first originally watched the trailer was, is Doug Bradley doing the voice? Because it sounded like Pinhead, it sounded like Doug Bradley, but there was no real confirmation. And honestly, everything that I've seen from Saber Interactive and from Boss Team Games, no one's really saying officially, hey, we have Doug Bradley back and he's doing the voice of Pinhead. But on Doug Bradley's official Instagram, he's come out and he said the cat is out of the bag. He can officially confess to being Pinhead once again in this game. So I think this is great that not only we're getting this single player experience, but we're actually getting the original Doug Bradley Pinhead back once again. And I don't think he's played Pinhead in an official capacity. Was in 2005 with Hellraiser Hellworld, which, boy oh boy, I could say a lot of things about that film, but that's a different video. As of right now, this game does not have a release date, but apparently Saber Interactive says that it's closer than we think. Honestly, if I had to guess, it's probably going to come out in either October or November. Even though there isn't any kind of official release date yet, they also have announced collector's editions for the game. Of course, every video game now has to have collector's editions and all these different editions and things. Usually, personally, I don't buy these type of things, but the fact that it's Hellraiser and the fact that it's a single player game, I really want to support that. So I personally have already pre-ordered the collector's edition, and I plan on unboxing it here on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed to check that out. Whenever this game finally does release, I will unbox that. But as far as the trailer goes, the game looks amazing. There is a few clips of what seems to be actual gameplay. I really just can't wait for this. Seeing the Chatterer chasing after you and attacking you and some of these weird creatures and cultists and things, like, I'm really curious to see what this is all about and how everything's going to play out. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys hyped for a Hellraiser video game? Are you excited that this is a single player game? Or are you disappointed because you'd rather have a multiplayer type game? Are you planning on getting this? Are you going to get the collector's edition? Or are you just going to get the base game? Let me know. Let's talk about it. I try to respond to literally every comment that I get. So let me know. Let's chat. But I am hyped for this game. Like I said, it came out of nowhere. I had no idea that they were making it, and I cannot wait to play this. So once again, let me know what you think of Somnium. Let me know what you think of what's going on in this sleep clinic and all of these weird things that are happening. What do you think of the Hellraiser game? Let me know in the comments. Let's chat about it. But before you go though, would you kindly subscribe and maybe even slash that like button while you're there? Until next time.